In this lesson, I'll be introducing you to the idea of sigma notation. Okay, so this simply means sigma. You must know it as sigma notation. So the symbol which they use is this one. This stands for the sum. Okay, this means the sum. So don't be confused if you come across this thing. Just know that it simply means the sum. And we know that the sum has to do with a series, because a sum is an answer that we get when we are adding. So a sum has to do with addition, and we add wherever there is a series. Don't forget. So let me rewrite the sigma which is given. Here they've written 10. Here they said that n is equal to 7. And here they've said n minus 3. And all this is the sum. Okay, so there's something which you must be able to note here. First of all, how do we calculate the number of terms? The number of terms in a series given the sigma. We say it's equal to top minus bottom. Let me shift this. It's top minus bottom and then plus 1. Okay, what do I mean here? To find the number of terms in this sigma notation, I'm going to say that the number at the top, which is 10, minus the number below, which is 7, and then I add 1. This will tell me how many number of terms are there in the series. So I'm going to say that the top is 10 and the bottom is 7, and then I'm going to add 1. Okay, so we know that 10 minus 7 gives us 3, and then plus 1, it's equal to 4. This means that in this sigma, they added 4 terms. They added T1, plus T2, plus T3, plus T4. Okay, so this is how we find the number of terms in the sigma. So how do we actually find the terms? This is the important part of the lesson. Don't forget that the number of terms are equal to top minus bottom and then plus 1. So here, to get the first term, the sigma, I cancelled my sigma here. Okay, the sigma was that n is equal to 7. This is 10, and here we have n minus 3. Okay, so we said a lot about number of terms. Now we are going to find how do we come with the terms which they have added. We must come with T1, we must come with T2, we must come with T3. Let me write it here. And we must have T4 as well. We will write it. So do you see this expression that is given over here? The n minus 3. You are going to plug the number which you see below here on this expression to get the first term. What we're going to say here is that the given expression is n minus 3. So we're going to plug the number that is n. N is equal to 7. We're going to say that 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. That is the first term. To get the second term, you are going to check how much did you add here. This was given as n equal to 7. You are going to increase this by 1 when you're calculating the second term. And you're going to say that 8 minus 3. And that's going to give you 5. Okay. To get the third term, we're going to say that T3 is equal to, now you're going to say 9 minus 3. And that will give you 6. And then to get T4, we are going to add, because we started with 7, it increases by 1 as we are calculating the next term. For the first term, you add the number which you see below here, which is 7. I hope that is clear. So don't be confused. To get the first term, always plug what you see. N is equal to 7. On this expression of n minus 3, you're going to plug 7. 7 minus 3 will give you 4. That is the first term. And then the second term, you are going to increase the one that you have substituted in the first term by 1. Now it's no longer 7 but 8. And in the third term, it's no longer 8 but 9. And in the fourth term, it's now going to be 10 minus 3. And 10 minus 3, we know, gives us 7. So, at the end, we must be able to write our series. This means that our series is given as term number 1 is 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. I hope you understand this. Make sure you're able to evaluate the sigma notation. So if it's given in this form, just know that what you see here, the top minus the bottom plus 1 gives you the number of terms. Most learners usually will say 10 are the number of terms. No, it's not correct. You say 10 minus 7, then you add 1. Then you get the number of terms. Because they are 4 terms, that's why we added T1, T2, T3, and T4 only. And then to get the first term, the number which you see here, you're going to plug it in this expression to find the first term. And then to get the second term, you're just going to keep on increasing this by 1 as you are moving to the next term. Okay? Thank you for watching. Let me give you another example before I close. I've decided to continue. Let me erase here. So suppose we have another sigma. You can forget about this. Suppose we have another sigma. Let's say this time it's given as 3p plus 1. And here we've said that p is equal to 2. And here we write 5. Carry on. Find the number of terms. Pause the video and try it on your own. Then check the answer after. We can say that the number of terms is equal to top minus bottom plus 1. What is the top? The top is 5. The bottom is 2. And then you add 1. 5 minus 2, that's 3. And 3 plus 1, that's 4. This means that they are 4 terms. Okay, so we're going to add T1, T2, T3, as well as T4. If we got 5, we're going to add 5 terms. I hope you understand this. Don't cram this, understand it. So, we're going to calculate the first term now. We're going to say that for T1, the number which we see here, we're going to plug it in this expression to get T1. Meaning it's 3 multiplied by 2 plus 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, that's 7. To get the second term, we're going to increase this number by 1. This is going to be 3 multiplied by 3 plus 1. 3 times 3, that's 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. To get the third term, we are going to increase again. Because this time it was 2, it was 3. This time it's going to be 4. So it's 3 multiplied by 4 plus 1. And at the end, it's 3 times 4, that's 12 plus 1 is 13. And then term number 4 will be equal to 3 multiplied by 5 plus 1. 3 times 5 is 15, and 15 plus 1, that gives us 16. I hope you understand. And at the end, they've said evaluate the series. You must write it. You must say that the series is given as, the sum here is given as, term number 1, we have calculated it as 7. So we're going to say that it's 7 plus the second term, that's 10, plus the third term, that's 13, plus 16. And this is how we have evaluated the sigma. Make sure you understand how to interpret the sigma notation. Thank you for watching.